Alright, guys. Welcome back for episode 23 of the Talking Chise podcast. It's been a minute since we've been on here. The last time we were on here, I think we were in week 11. We are now in the divisional round of the playoffs. It's been a while. With the holidays, my kid being sick, my wife being sick, my parents being sick, and then I being sick. It's been pretty hectic. But we're all on the mend now. We're all good to go. Just a couple of things to catch up on. Chat, if y'all have any questions, please send in the questions. I'll answer any questions y'all got. First things first, I guess week 12, I played AJ. I was ready and expecting a 9 o'clock game in which he asked if we were playing, and I said, nah, it's like sarcastically. Then immediately said, yeah, that we're playing. Of course we are. Then bro wants to go play Law and Order with his ex-wife or some shit until 11 o'clock, which I had been dozing in and out watching other streams, trying to stay awake, and then was actually getting ready to go to bed and say F it all. But then he hit me up wanting to play, so I was like, whatever. And yeah, he beat me from there. I was also 90% asleep. Oh, one of those late night games. Next person that ever asks me to play at 11, you're getting blocked. And I'm just going to take a forced win. Because we're not doing that crap. Let's see. What was the next big event that happened? Next big event that happened was Rodney quit when he was playing lane. While he was playing lane. Lane was beating up on Rodney. Rodney decided that he didn't want to wait. So he went ahead and quit before half. My understanding, he says that he tried to concede. My understanding, and I went through this last Madden with Garrett, because Garrett was losing to me, and he was ready to quit. But it won't let you concede before halftime. You have to wait until after half. And then you can concede, and it'll count all the stats and everything. So there's a whole debacle on that. We had Rodney, who says that he tried to concede, he ended up quitting. And then we were trying to figure out what his punishment was going to be. And I don't even think it was that harsh. I think they were just going to take Myles Garrett's abilities. They weren't going to take Herbert's. They weren't going to do nothing to Herbert. So he was still obviously going to have one of the top quarterbacks. But Rodney said, fuck it, I'm out. So he's gone. What week was... I don't need to see that. What week was the other? Guys, we're still dealing with a little bit of a cough. Regular season. Oh, so in the last... Damn, that sucks. Last week of the season, Mark's playing Stu. And I don't know how Stu had his defense set up. But he had something to where when Mark audibled, he had two corners that were switching sides for whatever reason. Doesn't make much sense. Don't know. But Mark said F it and hiked it and threw a touchdown. Apparently that, of all things, other Madden related things that could have happened, is what got under Stu. Stu said, deuces, I'm out. So we're down two more people. So we gotta figure out something coming this off season about what we're gonna do. There's been some rumors of certain people maybe possibly returning. There's been questions about what to do. It's just different things that we gotta figure out. But, like I said, now we're in the playoffs. Regular season doesn't matter anymore. First round of the playoffs, we had the Packers putting it on the Minnesota Vikings. Monty comes away with a 35-10 point lead or win. Um, Marshall and Himothy had a pretty good matchup, high scoring, 40-35. Saints come out on top. Well, I think we had a classic down here in Dallas with the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals, 35-34. Texans got a bye. Somehow nobody else, none of the other users in the AFC could beat out the Raiders for the last playoff spot. Uh, Last night's game was Phil and Ryan. Came down to a touchdown. Ryan he needed one stop to end he needed one stop to get a punt, possibly to get a punt, to get the ball back, to go down and try to have the game time field goal touchdown. Jeez, I am all over the place this afternoon. Yep, see, we're all over the joint. Lane somehow in playoffs is 2-0 against Mark and the Steelers. So all of these people are moving on. So divisional round, we have the Browns versus the Bills, the Texans versus the Broncos. The good old divisional rival game, the Rams versus the Cardinals, and Worthy versus JMO Part 2 of the Packers versus the Saints. Let's see. My early predictions. If Lane can play solid defense and he can get his offense moving the ball, it's going to be tough to beat Matt because, I don't even know if anybody's still beat Matt other than in the Super Bowl. But we ain't going to talk about that. Matt's going to do what Matt does. So I'm just going to speak on what Lane has to do. Lane's got to control the clock. Lane's got to move the ball. Lane's got to run the ball. If Lane can do all those and manage the turnovers, he's got a fair shot of winning this game. You got to take your points. It's tough. Like in Skirm's case, Skirm's got to the 5-yard line or within the 5-yard line twice and then had to kick 2 field goals. But at the same time, if you don't take those field goals and you come away with 0 points, then it could really go down south. We got the Texans and the Broncos. Phil got to play. I don't know how long it's been since Texans played, so hopefully he doesn't come out rusty. Phil's going to run the ball mainly. He'll throw in some passing. But I expect this game to be. I expect all these games to be fairly close. So I'm gonna pick the. Oh man, probably gonna take the safe picks here and just take the Browns and take the Texans. Over here in the NFC, we got the Rams and the Cardinals. It'll be a close game. I don't know, bad enough. I think both of us know each other pretty well, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle. But I see the Cardinals coming out on top. Their defense is pretty good. Their defense has been playing pretty well. We just got to manage the big plays. That's what our defense is all about, managing big plays. And the offense is all about taking care of the ball and not having very many turnovers, although we had 2 turnovers against Dallas, so we probably need to try to clean those up to have a pretty good game. Packers-Saints. I would love to pick the Saints to win this game. I would absolutely love that. It's cool that Marshall's made playoffs. He's gotten to the divisional round. Marshall's been playing the best Madden I've seen him play in any of the Maddens leading up to this point. I would love to. I would enjoy seeing him beat beat Monty, because it takes, Monty back in the day, it was something if you beat him. And I mean, it's still, I guess, kind of like a thing if you beat him. But yeah, I would like to see the Saints move on. But does Huff shut down JMO? Is Gibbs able to get the rushing attack going and getting those yards? Or is Monty going to be able to slow down the rushing attack? A bunch of ifs, bunch of wonders. Gotta go with the home team. I'm going to roll with the Packers. I think it's going to be a very close game. It'll probably be like a 3-point game. It's definitely not going to be a blowout, I don't think. But yeah, so that catches everything up to where we're at. Need to try to get back on a weekly basis. It's been pretty tough though here lately, and it's probably gonna get tougher yet whenever tax season starts rolling into effect. So everybody just gotta bear with me, be patient. I try to bring out good content, but when it's solo dolo, I don't know how much interaction we got. But if anybody in the chat has any questions, send them on in. We'll get those answered. But yeah, crazy that we've had 2 OGs quit this Madden already. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Y'all can't be getting mad over stupid stuff and then just quitting. I mean, it's a video game. Never gonna be real life. Not even gonna be close. So I guess this is where we're at. We'll sign off here, I guess. I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about. But, yep. So, divisional round, I've got the Browns, the Texans, the Cardinals, and the Packers all moving on to the AFC and NFC championship games. Alright, guys. We'll catch y'all in the next round, and we'll see how these divisional round matchups turn out. Alright, guys. Deuces. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Episode 24.